Alright everyone, this is Carrie and Nomi coming to you. Hi. I don't know if you guys can see me that great, but anyway, we'll try. I'll try to sit up. I want to talk to you about post-traumatic stress disorder and how it's influenced my day-to-day life and whatever. So anyway, post-traumatic stress disorder, according to the National Institute of Mental Health, is an anxiety-based disorder that can develop after exposure to a terrifying event or ordeal in which grave physical harm occurred or was threatened. Traumatic events that may trigger PTSD include violent personal assaults, natural or human-caused disasters, accidents, and military combat. So that's a brief description of it. Symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder: memories of their ordeals, emotional numbness, especially with people they once were close to. They may experience sleep problems, feel detached or numb, or be easily startled. For me, all of the above occur. They are symptoms that I deal with daily, sometimes hourly, depending on the day and how much anxiety I have for that day. Anyway, there is talk therapy is a good outlet for people. Also physical activity such as working out, playing sports, things like that is also good for the soul of somebody who suffers from this. Anyway, what else? In the background, you will hear music. It is from the Comcast channel 425, which is the party station or whatever it's called. But anyway, so anyway, I do pay for my Comcast. So yeah. So anyway, what else? Post-traumatic stress disorder evolved for me in a few situations. First of all, when I was an infant to 4 years old, I had a lot of disorder in my life. I remember being in a in a closet type space for very long periods of time. I remember not being very close to my mother, but I don't remember why. I just feel there was some distance between my birth mother and myself, but I don't know if that was physical distance or emotional distance. But it was distance nonetheless. And I remember feeling anxiety around food. I feel as though there was not much food around, and there was grave concern about where we were going to sleep, eat, and otherwise take care of ourselves during my first 4 years of my life. So anyway, so basically, yeah, so that's how that went. And I believe that's what triggered my first onset of post-traumatic stress disorder. Other things that I remember about those years were I was bit by a dog during those years. I have a scar in the back of my back. Anyway, so I don't really remember much else. I've mentioned in quite a few videos that I don't remember my childhood, although I've noticed in my videos, watching them again, that there are situations like I'll start talking and then something will pop in my head. So I do remember things if I'm talking about them. They come in the forefront of my brain. But otherwise, I don't remember my past. Just in general based remembrance, I have to be talking about a situation or disorder or something for something to happen. So anyway, getting back to post-traumatic stress disorder, what the anxiety that I have around that is food, water, nutrition stuff. I also panic around money. I panic around having, and these are things that I worried or that were worrisome to me between the ages of 0 to 4. But after I got adopted, I always had food on the table. I always had a place to live. I always had clothing. I was very well taken care of in those aspects of my life after I was adopted. There was no concern after I was adopted, at least presented to me, or I never felt as though those things were going to be lacking at some point. But my mother said that there were definitely anxiety based on that. And she would always try to reassure me and, tell me everything would be okay. And my husband does the same thing now today. But it's something that I've worked on very hard, but it just isn't, it doesn't alleviate itself very well. Anyway, so I'm going to have to make this video short because obviously we're having a little distraction here at the house. So anyway, thanks again. If you have any questions about my post-traumatic stress disorder and how I handle it and things like that, send me a question and I will answer it as best as I can. Sorry about the rambling. Anyway, so post-traumatic stress disorder is a real disorder. Please don't discount it. If you live with somebody that has post-traumatic stress disorder, the best thing that you can do is acknowledge their feelings, reassure them that whatever they're stressing, whatever the anxiety is, that it's not a current issue, as long as it isn't a current issue. If it is, then acknowledge that and talk about ways that you can overcome that. So anyway, thanks again, and I hope that this video was helpful for people and whatever. So again, if you have any questions for me, send me a private message here on YouTube or my email address, and I will try to answer them as best as possible. Thanks again. You have a good day. Bye-bye now.